Sun in my eyes and the gold coast shining, and the girl with the braids in her hair. Steady breeze, and though I was falling, I would follow her anywhere. The sky turned gray and the flash flood warning. She smiled and she took my hand. She kissed my lips and the rain came pouring. Swore I heard a marching band. Dress that bends when the wind blows. Roll back the tide for me. skies, the paint is peeling, the wind blowing sand in her hair. Endless days in the deep blue, feeling I would follow her anywhere.
What's up, guys? Today's video is on the top 5 best smart toilets in 2023. Through extensive research and testing, I've put together a list of options that meet the needs of different types of buyers. So whether it's price, performance, or its particular use, we've got you covered.
Oh, yeah.
Day traded in a tie-dye jumpsuit and a gutter punk kid with a neck tattoo. They're hooking up at the unisex bathroom. It was Brooklyn, it was Friday, it was love. Across the bar sat the hip-hop purist, arguing with the jazz obscurist. And in the corner were the terrified tourists. Brooklyn, Friday love. Angel choirs on the corner all night, sing Johnny Cash and Jackson 5. A little heaven you can stumble into. We got your invite tonight. Don't try to fight. Oh, it's just Brooklyn on a Friday. Don't try to fight. Oh, it's just Brooklyn on a Friday. They come from Mississippi and La La Land, and new wave hippies and the pop goth glam. It's just cause parents don't understand. It was Brooklyn, it was Friday, it was love. From this roof you can see the stars. We are the left bank dreamers and the avant-garde. I'll sing my borrowed song on your borrowed guitar. It was Brooklyn, it was Friday, it was love. Angel choirs on the midnight G train, sing Beastie Boys and Kurt Cobain. A revolution you can learn to dance to with a friendly face on the way. Don't try to fight. Oh,
Welcome in. We made it through another week. Oh my god. What a week this was. It wasn't actually too bad. Welcome in everyone. Glad to see you here. Always nice to see everyone. Nikki, Curse. We got Maza as well. We got Kardesh. Oh god. So the Frankerface emotes aren't working for some of them for me. Like the F kick seems to be working fine. Like it looks like it can modify the BTTV emotes, but my actual Twitch emotes, it looks like it's not working. It's just adding like another emote after it. even in Chatterino, it's not working, which is weird. Normally it works. Normally most things work there. Oh god. Okay, so anyway, I had a bit of a day yesterday. So I don't know how many of y'all keep your stuff separate. So for me, I have like I guess I don't know what you call it, like past life accounts, like my IRL focused accounts online are very separate from my VTuber identity. And for anyone that's tried to have multiple accounts on most social medias and that sort of stuff, it's extremely difficult to keep things actually separate. Like extremely difficult. They make it so hard, okay? Specifically, you have a grown-up account and everything else account. Yeah, exactly. Now, I'm not saying like I don't actually have like an alt that's like a 18 plus content only or anything like that, but I do have something for like that's a lot more connected to like my real name versus this, which is not at all connected to my real name. You know, all of that. Like bills. Okay, I see. But stuff like Discord, if you want to have 2 Discord accounts, you need to have 2 separate phone numbers, like actual phone numbers. You can't use like a VoIP phone number or anything like that. It has to be actual phone numbers. For stuff like Twitter and stuff, it's fairly easy. They allow you to like account switch and that sort of stuff, but it's getting harder because apparently Elon wants to make us all like register our IDs to have a Twitter account now, which is the stupidest thing I've ever heard. Just going along with his trying to what did he do recently? He tried to remove blocking as a feature on Twitter, and everyone's like, yeah, actually that's illegal and it's against terms of service for all of the app stores. But anyway, so in order to get around a lot of this stuff that's like really annoying, what I've done is there are certain apps for phones that allow you to clone apps, right? So there's a handful of them. There's some of them that are like okay, there's some of them that are very bad, but I've had one that I've been using for the past 2 years. And what it is you install an app to your phone and then you use this app. It's basically like almost like a virtual machine for your phone, where it will run a second virtual instance of an app or multiple apps, and those virtual apps will all like talk to each other. So if you install like Twitter app and a like Firefox app, if you click on a link in the virtual Twitter app, it will open in the virtual Firefox app. It's very convenient. I like it a lot. It keeps things separate. It keeps things isolated for the most part. And it's really, really nice, right? So I woke up after using this for 2 years. I woke up yesterday to my app just not working. And considering I'm the possibility of me spending a few months in Japan at the end of the year, having something like this happen where like a big part of my like social like circle and stuff is just like broken and gone off my phone, just scared the crap out of me. So I basically spent yesterday scrambling to reset up everything on a new app, and sending out like a bunch of support messages being like, hey, why is my lifetime subscription to your app not working anymore? Why am I getting ads? Why is Discord and a bunch of other things just not working? So surprisingly, because I've sent like a support message before to this app and I never got a reply. Thankfully, when it involves money, it's very important that they reply. when you purchase a product and that product is not honored, thankfully it lights a little bit of a fire under a developer's butt to get things sorted. So it looks like everything is working as of today. I did get a new app, and some things worked on it and other things didn't. So like I said, I woke up yesterday to ads in the app, which I shouldn't have, and it was making things very difficult. I couldn't have shortcuts to the apps. I had to open up the dashboard of the app itself, and Discord just was broken. It just would not work at all. And so, but there were a couple other apps that did work in the thing, but it was just like a big pain to get to them now because of all the ads and the craziness. No shortcuts, that sort of stuff. So I installed another one. I had to subscribe to that one, which is like $5 a month, something like that, in order to get it like all set up. And then after I got it all set up, Twitter stopped working in the new one. You could browse Twitter, you could click on images, you could go to settings, you could scroll, you could do everything that you wanted to. But as soon as you clicked on a post in Twitter, clicked on a tweet, it crashed. In the new one. So I had to use the old one for Twitter and the new one for everything else. And I was like, this cannot be my life. This is not going to be my life. So I submitted more support tickets. Had to record settings, send off logs, all of that stuff. They probably haven't gotten back to me yet. But basically today it seems like everything is working with the old app again. But the problem is I had to uninstall a bunch of stuff and reinstall a bunch of stuff. So I need to reset everything up and make sure that that's all good, and then I can cancel my subscription to the new one and make sure that I'm all good there. It's just like my entire yesterday was this, and I'm realizing how much my like day-to-day revolves around social media, and it's to the extent that it's uncomfortable. I was like, oh no. Ziggy, welcome in. I hope you're doing well. I'm doing pretty good. So as has been like normal for me recently, I did stay up way too late playing Dark and Darker with Nikki and Whiskey last night, and then I tried to go to bed, and then I didn't do that. So I ended up eating nachos at like 3 a.m. And then I tuned into Siffy was doing a stream where she was building Lego wildflowers. So I hung out there for a long time. And then I turned on my work laptop and I did work this morning. And then I got 4 hours of sleep and now we're here. And now we're here. And yeah. So yeah, it's yeah. But I'm excited. Let's go. 4 hours. Yeah, I know. It's a lot more than I thought I was gonna get. So but I'm locked in. I'm locked and loaded. The other thing that I wanted to say is I have talked on and off stream about potentially playing Armored Core 6. I almost said because in my head it's AC6, so my brain automatically goes to Assassin's Creed. Of course. But Armored Core 6, I read and watched a bunch of early access reviews to the game, and I realized that I posted this in Discord today. I realized that I really don't think I have the patience or the willpower to spend 50 to 100 hours fine-tuning robot parts and modules and that sort of stuff on top of the gameplay. Because I saw multiple people talking about how yes, like there's a lot of like combat and it's very what's it, like Bloodborne-esque. Yeah, you don't have to min-max, but then I also saw a lot of people who didn't min-max who spent an entire day trying to beat one boss. And yeah, I've decided to not play that game. It looks amazing. I really want to play it at some point. But it may be like in the future. Wave, welcome in. I hope you're doing well. Welcome to the weekend. Yeah, I was hoping that it was like a little bit more not simplistic. I wouldn't want it to be simplistic, but I was hoping that it wouldn't be as like spreadsheet-y as I had seen other games being. I thought maybe they had like streamlined a bunch of stuff, but it seems like it is just as complex and detail oriented as the older games, which is not something that I particularly enjoy. Yeah. So that's not going to happen, which is fine because we have, like I said, we have Star Rail, we have Dark and Darker. At some point I will get overloaded with Dark and Darker, or they'll make a change where I'll step back from it and then we can get back into Persona 5 Strikers. You know, it's, yeah, so it should be fine. It should be fine. You typoed earlier. I meant to say making good progress on your model. Wait, what did you say? Because I thought I read that correct. Maybe some good progress on the model. Oh, okay. Maybe some good progress, or maybe not. I saw the brush that you made for the for this texture. That's so cool. That's so cool. If I in like, this is just a general thing, if I don't like or retweet something that's like really neat that you're doing, I apologize. Sometimes I'll think that I do, and I don't, or sometimes I'll see something but I'm like half asleep, or it's like 4 a.m. and I'm just like not all there. So I apologize. I think I liked that. If I didn't, I'll try and find it later. But yeah, I'm constantly blown away by the stuff that Zingy is doing. Just like crazy. Like I'm so happy. Like even though I don't have it yet or anything like that, just like seeing the model get turned into 3D, the level of detail and care that's being put into it. I'm just so happy. I'm so lucky. Like a bride going in for a wedding dress fitting. Almost, right? Almost. I want to fight in robots, not perform constant maintenance on it. Yeah. So like one thing that I wanted to do way back when I first started about a year ago now, which is crazy, is play through some old games that are like from my childhood. And one of those games from my childhood is Mech Warrior 2. That whole like series, like Mech Warrior 2 was huge for me. And in Mech Warrior, there's a lot of like customization and stuff. However, there's a bunch of like base model mechs that you use, and you can change the loadouts and that sort of stuff. You can repair and everything. You have to manage your heat sinks, you have to manage your weight and all of that. But it seems like the Armored Core series takes that and it makes it like 1,000 times more complex, you know? And I struggled sometimes in the Mech Warrior games to like have fun making sure that my loadouts didn't break, you know? And I just wanted to like pew pew. Become the engineer. Yeah. I'm glad that it's doing so good though. I'm glad that it seems to be pretty well received. I'm really happy. You remember a robot fighting game called One Must Fall? That sounds familiar, Curse. How old is that? Holy crap. It's a fighting game. Wow. That's crazy. I'm not super into fighting games. 94? Wow. I'm just looking at pictures of this game. I'm not super into fighting games. Like, I don't mind them, but definitely like the like 3D platform, not platformer, but like if I'm talking robot stuff, I'm talking like Robot Wars, like the TV show or whatever. They had a series of video games where you customize your own little bots, and you rocked up on the arena and you could kick the other robot butts. I liked that. I liked the Mech Warrior series, you know, that sort of stuff. But this is crazy. I don't think I've ever seen this, Cursed. It's just a straight up fighting game with like robots. That's so funny. That's cool. Don't forget to change the oil every 10k miles. Yeah, right? Right? I'm trying to think of games that are coming out soon that we might be playing. One that I really want to play is the new Stalker game. It keeps getting delayed, but there's a Stalker 2 that is coming out sometime. Stalker 2 is very exciting for me. I've played through all of the other Stalker games. I have installed a modded version that basically combines the original Stalker along with like updated graphics, quality of life changes, all of the expansion packs, all of the other games into like one giant game that I've been wanting to try for a long time. And I just haven't. So I'd like to try that at some point, maybe before like we get like a actual date for Stalker 2. But it is important to point out that the Stalker 2 dev team is or was based in Ukraine. So the whole situation there has set them back quite a bit in the past year or two. Which is understandable. We've also got the Persona 3 remake that is coming out next year, which I definitely want to play. I think we're gonna play that. That's I'm hoping to finish Persona 5 Strikers, and then we can probably play Persona 3 remake for however many hours that takes. But I'm excited for that next year. I really am excited for that next year. There's a pretty decent game based off the movie Real Steel for the Xbox 360. I never watched that movie. The caching game loosely based. Oh, it's a caching game based off the movie. It was pretty fun though. Hey, interesting. Is whenever they have like tie-in products, like tie-in video games, I don't know if I've ever played a tie-in game that was good. Maybe Lord of the Rings, was it like the Two Towers? You remember that series? I think I had them for the GameCube. They were like 3D action games based off the Lord of the Rings franchise. Those were, I thought, were very good in general. Like they were rough around the edges in some parts, but like being able to select basically all of the members of the Fellowship, and they all had different moves and different move sets and things you could do. Like the level designs were pretty cool. The monsters you fought were pretty cool. I really liked those games. Maybe the Lego games, as far as like tie-ins, I've always had fun with the Lego games. Those are nice. Yeah. Yeah, they're usually fairly low effort. Lord of the Rings, Two Towers, GameCube. Yeah, they like had a like a meter system. Copy image. It's so small. Okay, save this, open this. Okay, so look how small this screenshot is. This is how far graphics have come. That's not true. It looked way better than this. Notes, welcome in. I hope you're doing well. Welcome to the weekend. Happy Friday. So you could play this game. This is sort of what it looks like. Resolution for ants. Yeah, the only like screen. Why is Wikipedia so bad as far as like screenshots go? Anyway, it looks really bad here, but basically, it was just like a 3D beat 'em up with all of the members of the Fellowship of the Ring, and you had this power meter in the bottom left, and when it filled up, you could do like an ultimate move, and everyone's move sets were different. Everyone had like strengths and weaknesses. I'm pretty sure in the top right here you can see you had NPCs that you had to keep alive in some levels. But I really enjoyed those games. I thought they were very well thought out, very well made. Also, do y'all remember the days when you would have like tie-in games, or even just like, I think it's mostly tie-in games, where you would have one version, they would be called the same thing, but you would have one version that came out for like the PS2, the GameCube, and I guess later on the Xbox. And then you would have another version that came out for like a handheld that was a completely different game. So like you would have a version for like the Game Boy Advance that was like a little teeny RPG or something like that. Like I remember, was it like Dragon Ball Z had a couple that were like that, just like a completely different game. Lord of the Rings had a couple that were like that. I'm trying to remember other instances, but yeah, they were completely different. It was so funny. It's like, why would you call it the same thing if it's a completely different game? Just different play style, everything is just different. Oh, Star Wars. Star Wars was another one that did that. God, I would... Darth Vader and Yoda were in Soul Calibur? Yeah, they were. Yeah, they were. Who else was in... Soul Calibur's had some cool, like, third-party... Like, they were almost turning into, like, a Smash Brothers at some point. I'm trying to think who else they've had. Spawn, that's right. They had Link, yep. Yeah, because they had different, like, third-party characters depending on which console the game was on, right? The Apprentice. Didn't they have, like, The Witcher? It was in one of the newer games as well. I never was able to play Soul Calibur except for, like, in the mall, like playing demos stuff, because they had too many risque uniforms, too many risque, like I would not be able to get away with that in my house. Blakey, welcome in. Yeah, I hope you're doing well. It's been a little bit. Welcome to the weekend. It is a Friday. Ivy. I remember Ivy. I'm trying to think of other... Okay, y'all remember, did y'all play Rogue Squadron for the N64? That was a good game. That was a good game. I really, really liked that game. Oh, working on your thesis? Whoa. Big ups, big props. That's crazy. I've never had to work with a thesis or research anything crazy like that, so huge respect for anyone that's had to go through that process. I'm glad you're able to disconnect. Would not recommend to a friend. I'm glad you've been able to disconnect and focus on important stuff, because I would not be able to. I would not be able to. That's one of the reasons why I'm nervous about maybe returning to school next year to finish my degree. Focus, never. Yeah, exactly. Is someone gonna be hooded soon? What do you mean? What does that mean, Cursed? What are you talking about? I mean, I can be hooded. Like, see, I can be hooded. But what do you mean? Brandon, welcome in. Welcome to the weekend. I hope you're doing well. Just make sure they don't F you financially. Yeah, if I do it, it's gonna be, most likely it's gonna be through a, there's a, I don't know if any of y'all ever clept classes. But it was big in like homeschool circles and other people that were very, very, very busy, where you could take a single test and then you would pass a class. You would get like full credit for the class. If you just took a single test, you're like, oh yeah, I already know this. You just take one test. Like GED, kind of, yeah. But they're for specific classes. You were too tough though. That's how I feel. Oh, the hooding ceremony. I gotcha. All right, I'm gonna take. I will never be that, Cursed. I will never be that. I have zero interest in higher education. I do not enjoy schooling in the slightest. So just never even in the realm of possibilities for me. Like as long as I can get a 4-year bachelor's degree, I probably will never have any need to go back to school or any schooling forevermore, and I will be happy. Didn't want to do it either, but sometimes it's a must. Yeah, like that's what I'm looking at as well, right? So like it's extremely difficult. Even though technically I should have once. So I know I've covered this before, but the reason why I'm doing this is in Japan, in order to get visas, even if you were like work for a company, in order to get a worker's visa in Japan, they require you to have higher education. They do not count 2-year degrees, which is what I have. It needs to be a 4-year degree from the US, which is a bachelor's here, or a 3-year degree in like European, UK, you know, that sort of stuff. So it has to be that. And if you don't have that, it's extremely hard to get in. You need to either have like lots of money, which I don't have, lots of connections, which I don't have, or you need to have I believe it's 10 years of experience in the field that you will be working in. You need to have 10 years of experience in that field, and you need to be able to like prove it, which is again difficult. Theoretically, I satisfy that that requirement. However, you need to prove that, and I've heard that it's very difficult to go through that process and be like, oh yeah, I'm a professional enough that I've worked in this industry enough that I don't need to be like, here's my my schooling credentials. I'm literally a professional in the field, and I've been doing this for long enough that it doesn't matter. It's just like, it's much easier to just be able to be like, here's a piece of paper proving that I have this this schooling and education, and then they don't care too much after that, versus submitting a whole bunch of extra paperwork and that sort of stuff. So to make it easier on myself, I'm thinking about going back and getting the last 2 years of my degree, and there are a couple different ways to do it, but there's one in particular that I've been looking at for the past like years, which is basically like CLEPing but for college, and they're fully accredited. So you basically pay a set amount every semester, which is pretty low. I think it's like, it's between $1 and $2 grand a semester, which is pretty reasonable. And then you just take a test. You study on yourself, by yourself. You take a test. I think you can take them up to 3 times before they block you for like a certain amount of time. But yeah, so that's something that I'm looking into. We'll see. $1 grand for a semester is one of the best prices. Yeah, it's really reasonable. And like I said, it's fully accredited. It's basically made for people who, like me, who are already working in a field. It's mostly for like tech and that sort of stuff, where like you already know most of what you're doing. All you need to do is be like, yes, I know this, and then maybe study for some specifics. If you fail the test 5 times, they lock you out. Yeah, no. You can't do this to me. Do you know how much I've sacrificed? Worked with engineers that had degrees and were total morons. Oh yeah, like that makes sense. That makes sense. I have in fact, I will say most of the bosses that I've had in my professional life had higher education, like management degrees, or like master's degrees in like computer science or whatever, and they're just like horribly bad business sense, horribly bad managers, just like bad people in general, just like really dumb decisions all around, you know. It's so it's definitely not a like, you have a piece of paper, you're smart. It's like, no. It just shows that you can test well, and somehow you manage to schedule your life around this thing for a few years. Half the time the teachers didn't know what they were doing. Oh no. Sometimes that's a blessing. Sometimes it's a blessing, and sometimes it's a curse, because it can either, if you have an incompetent teacher, it can either make your class like super easy, or it can make your class extremely difficult, because you have to jump through a bunch of really stupid hoops that you shouldn't have. You've had some doozies? Oh no. Yeah, if you have an engineering degree, I think in general, you're at least very intelligent. Your intelligence stat is very high, and you probably have a lot of patience. Probably. However, you don't necessarily have to have a huge wisdom stat for that. This one wanted us to read a book in a week. Spark notes for the win. See, that's another thing is there's a lot more nowadays that there's a lot more utility that I'd be able to use. Back then, I knew nothing. When I was in school, I knew absolutely nothing. Like, I didn't know Spark Notes was a thing. I didn't know that there were other, like, I just did things the hard way. So it'd be interesting going back, even if it's like, even if I'm testing out of classes, like I want to, it'd be interesting going back and seeing like what kind of tools you can use. I'm just glad if I'm testing out of classes, I shouldn't have to write any more essays. Essays were actually the worst. Like I went, I got like a fairly high, cause I did, when I did the SAT, I got a fairly high score if I didn't completely bomb the essay. I got the second to lowest score for the essay portion of the SAT. the actual test part, I did very well. The essay part, I just completely destroyed that. It was so bad. It was so bad. They aren't even looking at the SAT and ACT anymore. That's probably for the best. You have to know the material. You had lots of research papers and essays, both verbal, video, and written. God. Oh, and also, I'm so glad I wasn't in school during the pandemic, because I heard so many horror stories about people like, your webcam has to be on. You have to have a second webcam focused on your monitors so that we're making sure that you're not cheating, and you're not getting distracted. You need to have like all of this. Oh my. For testing, yeah, you had to have like your proctor or your professor like literally watching you take tests. Like a Big Brother mode. It's crazy. It'd be funny if you had your model then. I'd be like that lawyer who accidentally activated the cat filter in Zoom. I'm not a cat. I'm not a... I don't actually look like this. Proctor testing is constant now. Really? All your senior level classes have been research and presentations. It just like spikes my anxiety just like thinking about it. You have internet problems sometimes. It would be hell if you did online school. Yeah, like that's a big thing as well. Also, like, people don't live alone, so you're like invading an entire like an entire like family's privacy every time you have to take a test. You'll be fine. You won't be doing. Yeah, that's true. That's true. It's very different when you're in a computer science or a tech field. A lot of CAD drawing and prototyping. Like, see, I wouldn't mind that sort of stuff as well. That stuff is it gets like really complicated and really insane, but I think I would have fun with that. Like, I'd be at least interested in that, you know. But like essay writing and that sort of stuff, not for me. Not for me. I can't I've known people through my life who can for lack of a better way to express this, they can bullshit their way out of literally any situation. They can have a 5-page essay on something they know nothing about, like in 2 hours, and it's like readable. What? How? I don't understand. And they did this thing, like they did this like properly too. It wasn't like you paid somebody to write an essay for you. It wasn't like you had AI generate something for you. They just sat down, started typing, and 2 hours later they had like a functional essay that made sense. And they only knew like a few bullet points. I have no idea. Welcome to most PhD proposals. Almost all of them are BS in some ways. Yeah, I mean, like the amount of stuff that you're asked when you're doing that, I'm not surprised people take shortcuts. You know, wonder how many students are using AI to write their papers now. So yeah, probably a lot. However, there's so many ways that you can check for AI like watermarks nowadays that I would not risk my academic career by turning in stuff like that. Like imagine you're about to graduate and a professor's like, this is AI generated, you're banned. All of that time and money just like down the drain. Oh my god. Yeah, no. You used to do that with your English essays? You would leave in random filler words like a bugger and sometimes forgot to go back and clean them up. You had some good teachers. You had some good teachers. You got pinged for copy pasting one word that I didn't have the know-how to type out. Wait, what? That's crazy. Paying money just to use chat GPT seems like a waste. Made my honors English teacher the villain in a short story, except my short stories are always 10+ pages. See, that sounds interesting to me. Like if you're writing like fiction and that sort of stuff, like I'm not good at it, but it's fun. You know, that's interesting to me. A book report? Writing five to 10 pages of like what the author really meant when they wrote this and like analyzing themes and plots and all of that. No. You wrote an English paper in a Southern dialect. So you got plagiarized, struck for it, but the instructor was like, it's fine because it's just like one little thing. That's so stressful. Oh my god. And then like imagine you get like false flagged for something that you actually just wrote all yourself. So like basically like that, but they're like, yeah, our AI is saying this is like a 95% chance that you just generated the entire thing. And you're like, but I wrote it. And they're like, no, our software says that you didn't. Like, how do you prove that you wrote something? It's like, what tools does a student have to fight back in situations like that? Nothing. Unless you literally like screen record yourself typing an entire for like the entire session, multiple sessions, showing your research and all of that. Like I don't know. Yeah, exactly. I'm basically the same, Brandon. Oh my god, Curse. That sounds like a very you thing to write. Just subverting expectations left and right. Yeah, Oonga Boonga. Oonga Boonga time. Just go basic. I think there's enough new people here. So I have a couple stories from when I was in college. But the one that I always like to tell so I took a number of online classes, but I did go to school. Like I was on campus for most of my 2 years that I was in college. But I did take a couple classes online as well, just because of the nature of the degree. It's like easy to take online classes. So one of the classes that I had to take was it wasn't, so I didn't have to take any of the like algebra, that sort of stuff, because I already covered that in my high school schooling. So I moved on to like trigonometry, because I had to take like a math class. I never did calculus for some reason. They didn't require it. I have no idea. But for trig, college level trig, it was an online class, and the first day I signed in and I read through the syllabus. I read through all of the stuff, and this was, I think, my second or third online class. I'd done classes before, and they were all like discussion board based. They were all like English or history based classes, where like you had discussion boards and you have to do like regular weekly discussions and give your input and all of that stuff. However, this one was a math class, and the teacher in this one was very extremely hands off. So in the syllabus directly, she said, there are no deadlines in this class. There are no deadlines. Complete it at your own pace. As long as you get the work done, you will receive full credit. And I was like, oh heck yeah. So my plan was to like bust through it in like 2 months, and then just not worry about it for like the final. All you had to do was like the only thing that was timed was like the final, where you had to print out your final, do everything on paper, and then submit it to the office in person. Within like I think it was like you had like a day or two to do it at the very end of the semester. So aside from that, everything was online, and everything was multiple choice, and there were no deadlines. So I was like, okay, I'll just like I'll do as much as I can. And I think I did the first week, and I blew through like 2 chapters. I blew through like maybe 15% of the class in like the first week, and I was like, cool, this is gonna be easy. And my brain was like, this is gonna be easy. And then I got busy with all my other classes, because I was doing a full course load. I was busy with my other classes, and I had like all kinds of stuff, and then like midterms came up, and I had like all the tests and stuff that happened, and you know, like you just get busy, and you know, like finals are coming up, you know, think about finals, and I'm like, it's like something nagging me. I have like 2 weeks left to this semester. I'm like, there's something I'm forgetting. There's something I'm missing here. And then I remember that I was enrolled in trigonometry. And it's 2 weeks to the end of the semester. And I have all my other finals to do as well. So what I logged in, realized that I hadn't actually done anything past the first like week and a half, 2 weeks of the semester. Reread the fine print, found out that there was a little bit of wiggle room. All I had to make sure that I did was all of the quizzes, the midterm, and the final. So I speed ran an entire trigonometry college course in 1 week. Again, there was no summarizing or anything like that. I had the book, but I basically just like was like, okay, this thing, okay, I kind of understand this. This thing, I kind of understand this. This thing, I would like skim a chapter, and then I would do the quiz. It was multiple choice, so it was very, for whatever reason, it was very easy for me to like be like, oh, this is the correct answer. Oh, this is the correct answer. Oh, this is the correct answer. So I think it was like 12 chapters or something like that. I did the 12 quizzes, I did the midterm, and then I had 48 hours to print out and do a massive final on paper. So I printed it out, and I basically went 48 hours without sleep. I powered through like whatever, everything that I didn't know. I learned how to do everything on paper. I solved everything on the page. I drove. I was not living on campus because it was a community college, so I had to drive an hour to the school. So 48 hours no sleep, just constant hammering with paper in hand. It was like 5 pages or something like that. Paper in hand, I drove to the school, breaking the speed limit, and I submitted my paper with an hour left to the deadline. And I was like, why did I even do this? I'm going to fail. There was literally no reason. Like, I stressed myself out. I didn't get hives, but I have like massive anxiety. I was not in a good state. So I submitted that, I drove back home, and I literally crashed. I was out for like a day or two. And then I had to wait a month to get my results. Basically a month. It was like 2 to 3 weeks, something like that. And I was like, I'm just gonna fail. Like, yeah, I'm gonna fail. And I get my scores back, and I got an A- in trig. The final was worth like, was it? I think it was close to 50% of the grade. I have no idea how that happened. So yeah, not bad. Teddy, welcome in. I did not get carpal tunnel. Somehow I still don't have carpal tunnel. You just cram all the trig. Yeah. Just do your entire online course in 1 week, and you'll be fine. You'll be fine. No issues. Oh god. But yeah, I actually I'm pretty sure that was the semester where I ended up in the ER, thinking I was having a heart attack. And the doctors were like, well, you're definitely having heart palpitations. And it is definitely stress induced. And I was like, oh, okay. Oh, I see. This is what college does to me. I see how it is. Okay, cool. Very nice. They're like, just don't be stressed. And I was like, cool. No problem. Also, welcome in, Vile. Welcome to the weekend. So I never really had anything until that semester, and then for the rest of my life ever since then, I've dealt with heart palpitations when I am stressed. It's one of those things. I don't know if anyone has had this like before. It's not like painful or anything, but basically every once in a while I'll just be sitting doing something or whatever, and it feels like you have like a mild kick to the chest, where it's like a boom. And then you take like a breath and you're like, you're like, oh, okay, I see. It happened again. Okay. Yeah, you're just stressed. Here's some fluids. That'll be $3,000. Thank you. Oh. Oh. That was too many, like, huh? Yeah, math causes heart disease. Definitely. Schooling is stressful and only negatively affects your health. That was my takeaway. So I've avoided schooling ever since. I was going to go continue my schooling, but after the stress that just 2 years put on me, I decided, well, so there's two reasons. So one, I got for my internship, I got a job straight out of my internship, and the stress that schooling in general put on my body, I was like, I'm making good money. Why not? Did you not see me break? Yeah, notes. I know notes. You've been through the ringer. Oof. I don't know how I survived 4 years. Yeah, I don't know how anyone does it. I really don't. I have way too much anxiety and I'm way too stress prone for anything like that. In fact, I think doing this has helped me in multiple ways. Because like this is like thinking of like going live and stuff and like talking to people and doing this. It's stressful, but I'm able to do it. And it's like, so I'm interested in this, right? I have fun doing this. So it helps manage that anxiety and stress part of my life by having this regular thing that I'm doing, right? Sometimes you're glad you never went to college. As a kid that was homeschooled, and I know I've mentioned this before, I was homeschooled. I'm glad that I had some public schooling education to experience it. I think that was important for me. Personally, I think I did a lot of growing. I learned a lot of social skills and social cues that I would not have learned otherwise. Between that and my first job working at McDonald's, learned a lot of things. A very sheltered, religious, homeschooled bubble boy did not know before then. A lot of important things I learned during those years. A lot of growing was had. You learn a lot of the world, usually for the worse at McDonald's, probably. Yeah. Yeah. You learn a lot of things very quickly. Wait, Teddy, I'm guessing you did a lot of your stuff online then for your schooling? I'm actually guessing like you were starting or mid-schooling during the pandemic. Did both in person and online? Ooh, okay. So, Curse, that's actually a racially charged slur now. I would actually suggest you try to remove that from your vocabulary. Yeah, it is. It was always a negative connotation against gypsies. Yeah. So it's just one of those things where, like, as time went on, people were like, maybe we shouldn't use this anymore. I mean, if it's part of your lineage, you're probably fine. But yeah, that's what I've heard. That's what I've heard. That's why you got automated. Automa don't know about. Yeah. Automa doesn't know me. Yeah, the as far as, like, I actually met a lot of people in college, like in-person college, that I thought would be friends for a very long time. I met a lot of really cool people in school. So I definitely had a blast in some aspects when I went to school. So I was not as socially introverted as I thought I was, but I learned that I could just take, like, small doses. So, like, college classes where, like, you showed up for an hour or two, like once a week or twice a week, were, like, perfect for me, because I got to hang out with, like, people that were similar to me, and I could talk about things that I liked, you know. It was fun. I actually, in school, I met somebody, and it's been so long. I'm trying to remember his name. It may have been Kevin, but I'm not sure. We'll just say Kevin. I met somebody who we'll call Kevin, and they introduced me to real anime. And by that, I mean they had a laptop full of visual novels, and they watched seasonal anime. And before that, I only knew of, like, Bleach and Dragon Ball Z. So not hentai. No, I actually didn't know that was a thing. For a while. Has anyone here, so they did introduce me to some things that were borderline. Has anyone here heard of the anime called Skabane no Hime? It means corpse princess. If anyone has seen that, that was one of the first anime he introduced me to. It is very cultured. It is very, very cultured. Interspecies reviewers is much closer to the hentais, but yes. Possibly the name Corpse Princess rings a bell. Yeah. It's very cultured. It's very, very cultured. I was like, anime can be this? Huh? Huh? The animation was actually really crazy. I haven't returned to it because I know a lot of stuff that I watched back in the day. I don't want to watch again. There was a number of shows that I was introduced to that I would not watch now. But I remember that one very vividly. Tips, welcome in. I'm stalling today. I'm stalling like a pro today. Today we're having lots of fun talking. All right, we gotta hydrate and stretch. I have seen some things. I have seen, as you would call, some things. It's been a while. It's been a while. See, this is what happens when people show up at the start of stream. I end up talking for a long time. What the hell is this? A Twitch stream? All right, let me get a stretch in. Being sheltered and then seeing things is like despair. This is a thing. Yeah, except me, I was just like, I was eating everything up. I didn't care. Basically, it was, I didn't realize that there were so many new stories and so many new concepts, and so much cool animation. I was just like watching everything that I got my hands on. And it didn't help that it was like, yeah, there was a lot of cool visuals. I'll just put it and leave it at that. Culture shock was, oh yeah. Basically the same. What else? What was another thing that I was introduced to? Spice and Wolf was another one that I was introduced to. I was like, oh, okay, cool. It's so crazy, like the you can go from something like Gundam 00 and then just like giant mechs fighting, oh, what was it, oh frick, I just remember his name. What's it? Lelouch. What's that? Code Geass. Code Geass was another one that I was introduced to. Just like straight political intrigue, but then you have giant like mecha fights and superpowers and crazy stuff. Like Code Geass just like blew my brains out. It's just crazy. And then you have something like Spice and Wolf, where it's just like super chill, just following a merchant and a pretty girl as they travel a medieval era and sell things, you know? And I was just like, what is this medium of animation? Just like, I was just like, give me everything. Give me all of this. And now I'm here. All right, let me stretch real quick. Kevin Loki in your VTuber lore? Yeah! Anime that isn't just a shonen. I know, right? Star Rail looks different than you remember. Yeah, sorry, Noon, we've been just chatting for the past hour and a half. Talking about college experiences and anime beginnings. In your experience, it wasn't necessarily just Japanese or Chinese or Korean anime, but you're always more drawn to animated films and shows. Live action was rarely something you wanted to get into unless it was based off animated things, or if it was nature documentary. Ooh. Yeah, ever since, like, I've always liked animated things as well. Like, I don't like live action. I don't have like I don't dislike live action or anything like that, but being able to watch things, like, I grew up on like SpongeBob and Avatar: The Last Airbender, you know, a bunch of that sort of stuff, you know. And then I moved on to like anime and that sort of stuff, but it's never like, I always had people around me that were like, animation is for children. And now I'm an adult and I'm like, it's not though. It's for everybody. It just depends on what you do with it, with the medium. Yeah. It definitely ignites your imagination a little bit more than like live action stuff. Wonder Book was an anime. Yes, it was. You got introduced really young with Sailor Moon and Dragon Ball Z. First anime experience, real anime, was Inuyasha and Yu Yu Hakusho. I've never seen Inuyasha or Yu Yu Hakusho. I've seen bits of Sailor Moon. I want to say my first anime ever was the original Dragon Ball. For some reason, my dad really liked, like, we found it one day on like Cartoon Network or something, and we started watching the original Dragon Ball, and we like made it a regular thing. Like, we would just watch the reruns of regular Dragon Ball, and then eventually we caught like the end, and I moved on to Dragon Ball Z, and I was like, whoa. Still can't watch the original? Vile, you should try to watch like the non-censored original Dragon Ball. But yeah, it's definitely more like, it's so weird. It's so adult, yet it's so like kid focused. It's such a weird, like, Dragon Ball, just like, yeah, it's so weird. I don't understand. Being able to like fast forward through like the recap sections and stuff would make Dragon Ball a lot more like palatable, I think, because there's a lot of recap. There's a lot of reusing animations and stuff in Dragon Ball. Dust off an oldie since it's topical. How many Super Saiyans does it take to change a light bulb? Find out next time on Dragon Ball Z. I don't know if Cowboy Bebop would be a good introduction to anime. I feel like it would set your expectations too high. It would either be like over somebody's head, or it would, if they like got it, it would give their expectations such a high bar that just like regular anime people, it might be a turn off. You know what I mean? It's just such a full package. What would y'all suggest for like a first anime? Like, if you had somebody that came up to you that you knew, like a friend of yours, it was like, hey, you like this anime stuff, what should I watch first? The original Trigun was good. Attack on Titan? Interesting. I would not suggest Attack on Titan as a first anime. Death Note. I would also not suggest Death Note as a first anime. Sen, how's it going? I hope you're doing well. Welcome to the weekend. Hold up, I'm missing something. What happened? It's not that it set my expectations too high. I was already familiar with Shonen, but Cowboy Bebop and Black Lagoon, oh, were the first anime you ever finished. And then your brain spent the rest of your life trying to figure out the themes of the... Okay, so that sort of makes sense. So you have like the Shonen base, the like power fantasy fight, like crazy fight stuff, right? And then you move into like more cerebral, more artsy stuff like Cowboy Bebop and Black Lagoon. Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. I think that it's probably a good stepping stone. Your first anime was Naruto? Yeah, I think Naruto, like any of the main shonen, like if you start out with One Piece, you start off with Naruto, Dragon Ball Z. Like for me, one of the first ones that I started off watching was Bleach. I would get home from I was a late night shift at McDonald's, and when I got home after my shift, it would be after midnight. It would be like 1 a.m. And then I would just watch Bleach reruns on Cartoon Network. And when I tell you the first Bleach arc is some of the best anime I've ever seen in my life, I still believe that to this day. The first arc, all the way through like the Soul Society, and then the climax of that first arc is just... oh, it's just perfection. The style, the music, the animation, the themes, it's just so good. Like the cast of characters that you're introduced to, the powers that you're introduced to, it's just peak shonen. It's so good. There's a reason why so many people consider it like one of the top three, or the whatever. One of the big three, you know? I guess it's not necessarily one of the big three. It's like the fourth, it's like the step, not, I was gonna say step bro. It's like the extra child, right? Because like you've got the One Piece, you've got Dragon Ball, and you've got Naruto. The redheaded stepchild. Yeah. Like those are the big three. And then you've got Bleach that's like clinging on to the coattails. Oh, I haven't seen Kids on the Slope. I really need to see Kids on the Slope. Hold up, let me Google something real quick. I'm pretty sure it was done by... Hold up. Okay, so the anime was directed by the dude that did Cowboy Bebop and Samurai Champloo and Space Dandy, all very, very good shows. But I thought the author also did... No, it looks like he just did this. For some reason, I thought the author was... Who did Ping Pong the animation? For some reason, my brain connected those two. Sorry, I'm not paying attention to anything in chat right now. All right, here we go. It's definitely not related at all. Okay. But yeah, I've always heard Kids on the Slope is very, very good. I need to watch it. Beck, I've also heard is very, very good. I haven't watched that as well. Bonkai step, bro. Yeah, more like in the East you had like Big 5 or 6. What else was in there? Tips. Because you had like Naruto, you had Bleach, you had One Piece, you had Dragon Ball. Would Hunter x Hunter be included? Yu-Gi-Oh! I think Yu-Gi-Oh! And Pokemon are sort of like their own thing. I don't think they're considered... For whatever reason, I don't think that they're like included in that, right? Digimon also. Those are sort of like sequestered in their own sort of category, right? Yu-Gi-Oh, Pokemon, Digimon, Beyblade, Bakugan. Oh my god. Yeah, that's like its own. It's like toy tie-in anime, right? It's very different than like the shonen stuff. Even though like they definitely do have their own like merits. I definitely watched a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh. I watched a good amount of Pokemon. Beyblade and Bakugan were an entire subculture in the 90s and 2000s. Oh, I will say it did exist here. Like there was a lot of toy like promotion and stuff for Beyblade and Bakugan. For sure. I remember seeing commercials. It was very big. Settling disputes and grudges in school with genuine anime battles. Yeah! Beyblade is so cool. And I don't think it's like Yu-Gi-Oh! The show and Yu-Gi-Oh! The card game, while the card game is definitely bad for your wallet, I don't think it's shameful to admit you like it. Like it's not a bad show, you know? I have a lot of very good, memories from Yu-Gi-Oh! The game fell off for you, thankfully. Yeah, that's nice. I just remember, like, I enjoyed Yu-Gi-Oh, but I really liked Yu-Gi-Oh! Abridged. So like Yu-Gi-Oh! The show was good. Yu-Gi-Oh! Abridged was like god tier. I had so much fun watching those when those were coming out. Yeah, like Lil Karibo is just a genius. He's just a genius. Valsite no longer has the heart of the cards. Oh no! Oh. I haven't kept up with any of the abridged stuff. There were so many issues in the abridged community over the past decade. I just stopped keeping up with all of it. Collect any anime toys? Probably the cards. I never really collected anything. I never really had the money to collect things. When I was a kid, I liked Transformers a lot. I liked Legos a lot. That was the most of my toys. I guess Transformers is technically an anime, right? Eggy Lego stream. Listen, Teddy, so this morning at like what, 4 a.m., 5 a.m., something like that, I was watching Sifi build Lego. She bought a set of Lego wildflowers, and I was looking through the like Lego art pieces. They have a whole series of like adult themed Lego art things, and I was like, I should do a hand cam stream where I just build a Lego set. I really want to do it. I really want to do it. Yeah. They're actually, so Newton, if you actually look, the art pieces, the art ones, they're not too bad. They're like $50 to $80. Like it's expensive, but it's not like hundreds of dollars like I was imagining for most of them. For the smaller ones. The Lego, so the one that she was doing is Lego Wildflower Bouquet, and officially the MSRP is $60 for that one, but you can get it for like $50 on Amazon, and the number of pieces is, it's almost 1,000 pieces, which is like reasonable, I think. Yeah, it's like I just remember like Lego sets being so expensive. I don't know if they've gone down or if it's just like this. The Lego Icons sets are kind of reasonable for like the smaller ones. A lot of the branded ones are really expensive. Yeah, that's true. Oh, look, Lego Titanic, only $700. Oh, look, Lego Coliseum, only $550. Lego Rivendell, only $500. Over 3,000 pieces in that one. God, I haven't looked at Lego sets in forever. Wait, why does their site just doesn't work? Why is the Lego site so bad? Maybe a hoot. The Lego Titanic looks so massive. Like I just wouldn't have any place for it. All right, I think if I were to do one, where's the, here we go. Wait, holding, here we go. Let me drag one. Something like this, I might be willing to do. It's definitely more expensive. Look at this. This is like $100. This is like $100. It's expensive. It's almost 1,500 pieces, but it's pretty. I really like this a lot. What's Lego Titanic? Lego Titanic is 9,000 pieces. It's 54 inches long. Lego Titanic is 54 inches long. That's taller than most VTubers. It's 135 centimeters. Isn't mouse like mouse is like 140, right? 139. I don't like how that would be 8 inches shorter than me, so no. Okay. I like that quote. That's a good quote. Yeah, 4.5 feet. It's not quite that long, but oops. Ugh. Teddy could ride the Lego Titanic. Yo, what is this? Teddy just sent me. Hold up. They're doing a new insect collection. Look at this. Yo, the praying mantis is sick. The beetle is, I think the butterfly is like the weakest one by far. It's just kind of flat looking. But the stands, they're so cool. Yeah, the whole ideas, like, it's so, like, the ideas line is so cool. Jam, welcome in. I hope you're doing well. Welcome to the weekend. Might be worth the money. I'm curious. Let me see. Lego Insects Collection. It's only $80. It's 1,100 pieces for the Insects Collection. It's releasing in 2 weeks. Like, again, I understand that's expensive, but in my mind, Lego sets go for like hundreds of dollars. So having a piece that's almost like an art piece, you know, it makes it like reasonable to me, to my brain. God, they have so many cool pieces. Okay, so this is what I don't understand, right? This is what I don't understand. You could get that. You could get that. Or you could get, let's see, where's this? So for the same price, Lego set. This is the same price. Their Sonic set. Which is like, okay. It's the same amount of pieces too. Like, they just go off of pieces. It's nowhere near as good. I like how they have all of the Chaos Emeralds though. That's kind of neat. It's kind of neat. I can't believe this is the same amount of pieces. Wait, why is Uganda Knuckles in this? Curse! Suddenly, Uganda Knuckles. But yeah, I need to think about it. I need to think about it. It might be something that we do as part of the subathon. Speaking of which, I'm gonna bring this up again. A week from now is my 1 year anniversary. A week from now is my 1 year streaming anniversary. We're not gonna do anything special. It's not gonna be crazy. We're gonna save that for the end of the month. We're gonna do a subathon at the end of the month. Probably capped at 48 hours. We'll see what happens. I don't want to die. But the last weekend of September, we're gonna do a regular 12-hour stream, and we're just gonna keep going. See you as a giant turd again? Yes. But I need suggestions what I can do, because I want to do this as a proper like a subathon, even if it's capped at however long we're gonna go. If it's 24 hours, if it's 48 hours, if it's a day and a half, I don't know what we're gonna do. But we need goals and we need ideas. So I want to do the whole cliche thing of like chat buys me a pizza. I can do art. Yes, that's fine. Punishment wheel. We can do punishment wheel. All kinds of stuff. I'm excited, but I need ideas. So like everyone needs to flood the Discord ideas channel with like if you have other people that have done subathons with like cool goals or stuff, just like post the PNGs of like what they have their list. Tier list. We need to do like Taco Bell food or junk food tier lists. We've talked about that before. I probably won't be doing a cooking stream. I don't think cooking stream is gonna be part of that. Medieval torture device tier list. But I want to go over, I want to have a whole segment where we go over my anime list, sort of like what we did today, where we talked about anime a lot. But I want to do like a full deep dive of my anime tier list. It'll probably be like 6 hours, and I'm gonna have a lot of fun. Eggy cooks eggs 30 different ways. I could probably do that. That would be kind of fun. Maybe I can do that in Japan. Maybe I can do that in Japan. That sounds like an interesting Japan trip, stream. Do the egg tornado thing. Is that where you make like a real fluffy omelet and then you like spin it? Make sure you get onsen eggs. Yeah, that would be like one of the ways. Could also get Odin eggs. Those are very distinct as well. God, I love Odin. And it's gonna be, I'm gonna be there in the winter, so I get to enjoy all of the hot food that I love, like Odin and ramen, and oh my god, I'm gonna be so happy. Live stream capybaras? I don't think they allow live streaming in most cafes, unfortunately. Would you be against doing a you laugh, you lose with a punishment wheel? So here's the thing, Teddy. I'm afraid if I do some sort of you laugh, you lose, or like react content, I'm afraid that we won't get enough submissions to have like a full segment, if that makes sense. because I've seen other people like of similar size to me that have tried to do something like that. There's like a handful of submissions, and I'm just afraid that it's just you spam. I mean, if enough people are interested in it. How much content you're looking for? Yeah, probably at least 30 minutes. So like I would need what? Depending on clip size, like you would have like what, like a maximum time limit of like a minute per clip. We shall hustle if you would want like to. And then we have to think about punishments and that sort of stuff. Yeah, we can add that to the list. I wouldn't be too bad if y'all are good and you have and you think you can submit enough clips for that. I'd be fine with doing that. Eggy Maid Cafe again. I don't think I'd be able to live stream that. Also, I would be, especially if I was by myself. There's no way you're gonna catch me alone going to a maid cafe. There's no way. I would cringe myself out of existence. Yeah, I would definitely have to have the clips screened. Absolutely. Yeah, I heard Anime Expo had some really cool maid cafe events. I heard that those were very, very well run. Make it 2 minutes. Some of your favorite clips are at least 1.5 minutes. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. You want it to go? I'm pretty sure they sold out like almost immediately, right? All because they were just ticketed only. Needs a maid model. I don't think I have the money for that. All right, hold up. Let me bring up my subathon ideas. So we've got Lego building, we've got anime tier list / my anime list review. You have to limit some stuff in you laugh you lose content. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I think 2 minutes is a little on the long end, but you definitely want I think it's fine as long as we shoot for like closer to a minute and a half. I think 2 minutes is a good limit. Okay, what else did we say? I've got Lego building, anime tier list / my anime list review, you laugh you lose with punishment wheel, and then I'm gonna put cap at 2 minutes, try for 30 minutes of content. Karaoke, obviously I'm gonna be doing more karaoke. That's always something I want to do during milestones. Oh, the other one was a junk food tier list. There we go. Dark and darker. No, Teddy, I can't do cooking. It'd be too difficult to set everything up in the way that my apartment is laid out. It'd be so difficult to get everything set up in the other room for like a real cooking stream. So again, I might be able to do it in Japan where everything's basically in one room. It might be a little bit easier. Seemed like your 24-hour bidet-a-thon wasn't that long ago. It wasn't. It was mid-July. So it was like a little bit over a month ago. So it wasn't that long ago. Dub over a video? Huh? What would that entail, Cursed? What would that entail? I don't even know. Oh, I wanted to also, one of the things is chat orders a pizza. Dubs the appliance commercials. I have no idea what Snapcube Sonic means, Maza. What is this some Gen Z thing that I don't understand? Find a silly short video and dub over it with new lines. Could do like infomercial dub sort of thing. I don't know if I'd be able to do something like that though. Like the JD Wentworth commercial. You've never seen dubbed over Sonic Adventure? Nope. Speed run something. Oh no. Is this finally what gets me to play a rage game? I could see us putting Jump King on the list. I don't know about speed running though. Speed run Jump King. Getting banned from Twitch any percent. Start your run of the FromSoft games. I don't think... How long does it take to finish Dark Souls? Length. It's like 30 hours. Like, I know I'd probably be a lot longer than that, just because of how I play things, but I don't think a game that goes for that long would be... You could start a game like Bloodborne or Sekiro. Maybe? A 255-hour Dark Souls run. I don't know. Vtuber tries chess. I am the worst chess player, Blinky. Like, actually the worst. I have a PS5, but I don't think it's backwards compatible, right? That's why it'd be funny. Elo. What do you start? What elo do you start at for chess on chess.com? Is it like 1500 or is it 600? You like elo zero speedrun. How fast can we get to 0? The problem is, like, In chess, I know there's like tons of, okay. Eggy learns Mahjong would actually be something that I'm very interested in. In fact, I wouldn't mind getting somebody who really knows Mahjong well to like show me the ropes. That would be something that I would be very actually excited for. I'm trying to think of who I know. I might be able to ask Geist to help with that. I wonder if she'd be down. Who else do I know that plays Mahjong? Speedrun 600 to 100 elo. I'm not gonna get into a UFC fight during the subathon. Is Mahjong Soul the anime Mahjong game? Yes. Yeah, I'd be super down. Eggy plays chat in cribbage. All day, every day. I will take on all challengers. I am a god tier cribbage player. Cursed, you are a genius. You're a genius. Yes, 100%. 100%. Cribbage versus chat. Yes. Drunk stream. What could we do? We could do some sort of Oregon Trail. Oregon Trail is another good one. I don't know about speedrun. Can't even imagine me drunk. I don't know if I've actually been drunk, Vile. I've gotten tipsy. I don't think I've actually gotten drunk. Because I actively try not to. We could have drink as punishment on You Laugh, You Lose. That way you don't get too drunk. Okay, I'll add that to the You Laugh, You Lose. I'll add like take a shot or something. One seltzer Andy. Oh no. I'm definitely not a one seltzer Andy. If I go to a bar and I'm getting like mixed drinks and that sort of stuff, I can generally handle like 2 to 3 mixed drinks and still be like have my wits about me and that sort of stuff. But I'm not the sort of person that can just like be pounding beers and that sort of stuff. As long as the drinks aren't buzzballs. Yeah. Ew, cursed. Gross. Wait, Teddy, did you drink that? Wait, how did I not hear about this? Teddy? Why? Why? Yeah, I'm pretty sure there's pineapple juice in barbecue sauce. At least like homemade barbecue sauce. Plays Rock Sim. It was a punishment? Oh. Oh, I could get, hold up. I could get some of those bad sodas. Get the ranch soda. I could also get some chips and hot sauce. Hot sauce. It was spoiled pineapple. It was old pineapple juice. Teddy, what are you doing? Oh my god. Poor Teddy. Yeah, that's watch party a movie. That's something that I want to do like more regularly in the Discord. I don't think it's necessarily good like subathon or stream content. Oh, we could do like I wonder if we could have a segment where we do like Duolingo Japanese. Mad Libs with chat, that's a good one. Mega Fem AV, right? I think that might be a little too much. I wouldn't, I wouldn't. Well, one, I don't have a lot of extra cash right now, and I wouldn't want you to be doing that for free. And we're already getting a 3D model sometime soon. Well, soon, quote unquote soon. Whenever it's done, it's done, but. Who wants to be a millionaire? I wonder if I can. Yeah, that's not too bad. That's not too bad. Teddy's cracked though. Like, I'm not gonna say no, but I want to say no. You know, I would feel so bad. Yeah, Zingy. If anyone isn't following Zingy, just like to see the progress on the model, like please follow Zingy. Let me see if I can get their Twitter here. Here's the Twitter. Like the Henya model that they made is so high quality. I was blown away. And then just like the how far my model has come already in like what 2 weeks. Like it looks so good already. I'm just blown away. I'm just blown away. I can't believe this. I'm just sitting here like staring at it right now. All right. All right. So just to go back to the top, subathon ideas. We have Lego building. We have anime tier lists / my anime list review. Which honestly, the my anime list review is probably gonna be like hours. So be warned. You laugh, you lose with a punishment wheel. Where I have take a shot, maybe bad ranch soda, maybe hot sauce. So we've got those underneath there. We've got karaoke segment. We've got a junk food tier list. We've got chat orders a pizza. Art, some sort of art segment would be really nice. Trust me, it's gonna go 48 hours. Oh no. Speed run ? Jump King. Eggy learns mahjong. Try to get somebody who knows mahjong to show me the ropes. Cribbage versus chat. Oregon Trail speedrun ? Yeah, Teddy, I added it already. The audio delay. Yeah, so I tested it and it's working perfectly now. I'm so pissed off that I didn't catch that. Yeah, notes. We're probably gonna do Mahjong Soul segment of the subathon. I've always wanted to learn how to play Mahjong. So. And yeah, Teddy, I think I was just super hyper aware once I like started listening to the VOD. Once I started listening to the VOD, I was I just knew. And I guess if somebody's like not super familiar with the songs, then it wouldn't be super. It wasn't. I could see how it wasn't super noticeable, but on some of the songs, it was so noticeable. I was like cringing at myself. And then maybe Duolingo Japanese. I've seen a lot of streamers do like Duolingo. Mad Libs with chat. And Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? Are you doing more than one person during karaoke? No, I'd just be doing karaoke myself. Like I said, it's basically, it's so hard to have multiple people do karaoke. Even if somebody, Gartic Phone, yes, I would love to do Gartic Phone again. Even if you have somebody with like their own setup who can do the karaoke stuff fine on their end, streaming it through Discord, which you generally have to do, it just adds so many like artifacts and possible delays and craziness. It's just like, no thank you. Yeah, it's so frustrating because like there are apps that allow for real-time collaboration, like musical collaboration. Like if you watch Charming Joe, Charming Joe has people online collab with him all the time. Baxter found out the hard way. Yeah, it's basically impossible unless you pay for a certain software and have everyone set it up properly. Yeah. So in the ones that I saw that like have no issues or like very little issues are basically either super expensive or they're not in English. And you have to have perfect internet. Yeah. Starts at tips, comes to the next con fund, right? There's so many people that I know in like Australia or Asia Pacific or whatever that I want to meet. I just want to say hi. I want to meet at some point and it's just, it feels impossible. It feels so far out of reach. But yeah, I definitely like I kind of want to plan some sort of karaoke thing for TwitchCon. I'd love to go to karaoke. Someday you'll make it to Singapore. And Australia. Less, but I would love to go to Australia as well. I'm just afraid to go to Australia. I really want to go to Singapore. I really want to go to South Korea at some point. You have friends in both places? Ooh, nice. I don't know. I know a few people in Singapore. I can't step foot in China. I'd be very I've said enough things online in my time that I'd be afraid to go to China. Yeah. I know multiple people in China that I would love to see again. I grew up with somebody that teaches in China. I would love, I have a couple online friends that are in China. It's just not probably gonna happen. Eggy is on record acknowledging Taiwan. Pretty much. I may have also liked some memes. I may also be a huge supporter of Mike Chen, who is Strictly Dumpling, who is very, very anti people's, was it the Communist Party of China? Just like there's so many things. Yeah, China and Russia. I would love to go to Russia. One of my bosses a number of years ago was Russian. She was great. She told me so many cool things about Russia and living there. I've always wanted to go, but definitely not right now. My friend who teaches English in China, she was supposed to go to Japan and teach there after a couple of years, but she's just stayed in China. So I don't know if it's actually, I need to reach out and ask her. Your sister has a coworker that just moved from Russia. She said she couldn't move fast enough. I know a few people that grew up in Russia from online that are now out of the country, and anyone who has the gumption and the funds to do that is just like huge respects. But I know most people can't. You have a friend that did that? She's now in Japan? Ooh, nice. Yeah, that's another thing. I need to start like talking to more people in Japan. I know a few people in Japan already, but they're very busy, or they're like, they have families and that sort of stuff, and I don't want to like impose on them. So I would like to know more people that live in Japan, so that when I go, I won't just be a stereotypical like hikikomori. I don't want to do that. I want to go out and talk to people and do things. Your friend is going to Japan in October for a full month. Let's go. That's the dream right there. I don't have enough vacation time to do that, so I have to be working. Rent a friend. You can rent a family in Japan. You can rent a girlfriend in Japan. I won't be doing that. I saw Connor's video of yeah, if you watch Connor and Kaho have a video on YouTube where they rented a family. So like there was a mother and a sister from the same company that they rented. And it was so like it was less awkward than I imagined it would be. But it's just crazy. It's just crazy. Eggy does crane games in Japan vlog. Yeah, I could totally do something like that. I'm not good at crane games. The last time I did a crane game in Japan, I wasted like $30 on one machine. And it just, I was like, well, I guess I'm not doing this again. Rent a man child. Yeah, I saw this really cool. I don't know if y'all know Ado. She's the singer. She's like super good. But she's the singer behind Uta in the new One Piece movie. But she has this crazy career now. She's super young. She's really good singer. But I found a little like, it was like a branded satchel in one of the crane machines last time I was in Japan, and I threw like $30 or $40 at that thing trying to get it, and then I was like, oh, I probably could just walk around the corner and just buy this from one of the stores, and then I didn't do that, and then I just walked away with regret. Yeah, I need let me open up a new doc and I'll say Japan stream ideas. I need to do crane games. I need to do cooks every egg dish stream. Food streams are we right? Yeah. I'm actually pretty good at cooking. I don't know if you believe me or not, but I like to think of myself as a very good cook. I just don't do it very often. We'll be the judges? Okay. It'd be interesting to see what cooking implements I'll be provided in my furnished apartment. No one can be as bad as me, so oh no, Teddy. In this economy, being a home cook, being less and less wise anyway. Isn't that funny? Isn't that funny? How like as we go and like inflation and everything, it's getting less and less reasonable to cook like healthy meals from home, and more reasonable just to like order your food. If he makes anything with a shell now, I'm gonna think of you. Oh no. Dang it. Oh no. What has happened in Teddy streams that I've missed? Point Crow is a documented horror show when it comes to cooking. So Point Crow is a smart man And I do not believe Point Crow is bad at cooking. I believe Point Crow is a very good entertainer. If you live in a province with big farming and fishing resources to turn to, it's nice. Cooking is just becoming financially stupid. I won't say Teddy is a bad cook, but she did ask for the amount of water to put in an instant ramen. Oh no. Oh no. What do you mean it burned the water? That's not true. And burned the water. Oh my god. There's definitely a part of it for entertainment purposes, but you've yet to see him actually eat something he made himself. Okay, okay, okay. Maybe part of it's real. Yeah, Teddy knows. It's all in love. God, I wish I could have caught more. Lumi is leaving Japan soon. I enjoyed the like IRL Lumi streams, the ones that I caught, but they were all streamed at like 3 a.m. and I could only catch like 2 of them. But I want to do some of those where it's like you kind of like what Connor and Mouse have done, where like you walk from point A to point B in Japan and like you have an end goal. IRL point A to B stream. Huh? Cursed? Huh? The what? Huh? It's a redeem on Lumi streams. Oh! Oh, I see. I see what you're talking about. I got you. I forgot. I'm not a, like, I like Lumi a lot. I'm not a regular in her streams. But I'm pretty sure I have seen that. I'm pretty sure I have seen that. We should create a scavenger hunt in Japan to like pick up randomly themed items. That would be interesting. Live stream the hunt for the Moaning Man. Moaning Man Part 2. That makes sense. Not everything I say has some esoteric knowledge, I swear. Listen, Cursed, you've conditioned me to be suspicious of everything you say. All right, wait, thank you for the hydrate. Thank you for the stretch. So here's what I'm gonna do. I have to run to the bathroom. That's just good judgment. Okay, that's fair. I'm gonna run to the bathroom. I'm gonna do a stretch. So I'm gonna throw it to BRB and I'll be back in a couple minutes. Thank y'all for hanging out. I'm having so much fun. This is great. Let's brainstorm a couple more things when I get back for the subathon. And then we can maybe play a game. Hydrate. All right, I'll be right back.
the lonely and the holy and the red blood beating hearts. Up from the dirty black water, a shadow void of form raised itself out of the river, and it climbed upon the shore. Neon on the blacktop, there's a gentle rain downtown, a shadow pooling underneath me as it follows on the ground. Kissed you when I saw you, stared deep into your eyes. I meant to say I love you, but instead I said goodbye. Shadows in the city, I'm a stranger to myself on these streets.
I'm back. That was a lot faster than I thought it would be, and I even did a full stretch as well. I got the quote added. So I was thinking for another subathon thing. I don't know if anyone here is super familiar with VR chat, but and it's a big if my model is done by then, again, I don't think it's going to be, because I'm assuming it's going to be another, like, it'll probably go into October or something like that. But I was thinking maybe we could do some sort of 3D debut / VR chat exploration. Private world only, obviously. But I think that might be really interesting. I'm not crazy enough to go into public worlds on stream. I don't know how people do it. But the other thing is I could do my first VR game. So like we could play through like Half-Life Alyx or something. I'm not gonna be hanging out with Raffle Eater. Speed date. I'm not going on speed. So I've seen Fillion and a few others do like calling all VTubers, big and small, submit yourself to do a speed dating thing. I will never put myself in that position. I am somebody who, what do you call it now? Like, I just have zero charisma. I have zero game. So I would just go there and I would embarrass myself. Riz, yeah. Zero Riz. Negative Riz, exactly. Negative Riz is how I would describe myself. A slow burn kind of guy. But like, that's fine, right? In real relationships. But in speed dating / like a game show format like that, it's just not a good match. Day 4 after Eggy has gone missing into the metaverse. Uh, uh, you have a nice guy, Riz. Read the whole quote. No. No. Nice guy, but not nice guy TM. Okay, okay. Not like that. I'm a nice guy, non-existent Riz. I mean, like, you actually are nice and have I mean, maybe. Oh, that's hilarious. If I could, I feel like if I could be better at like getting back to people, like if my anxiety of like replying to people and like making contact with people wasn't so high, I feel like I would be a very good friend. Cause like I'm there, like if somebody needs something, I'm there. However, I can't get back to people. So I'm not a good friend. Eternal friend zone Riz. Yeah, exactly, Wave. Maybe ask notes. I'm pretty sure that I've left notes hanging multiple times for things. I'm pretty sure there's stuff that I still need to help notes with that I've just completely forgotten at this point. For somebody who wanted to brand himself as like the IT VTuber, like to help people with their setups and stuff, I am just garbage tier helping people with stuff. Just so bad. I wonder. Don't tell me that. I have lots to work through tech-wise. Yeah, I was thinking, Teddy, I was actually thinking that. So I've been meaning to record a series of how-to videos of how, basically how I started, how I planned, like everything from the beginning. How I have my setup, how my programs work, how everything connects, you know. Like I realize I'm still like a small potatoes VTuber, but I feel like I have a lot of things like figured out, right? I feel like a lot of my stuff just works, and I've done a lot of work on the back end. A lot of time has gone into making sure my setup is like stable, that sort of stuff. Would love you forever if you did, because you get stuck on things a lot and never ask questions. Yeah, like I think there's still like plenty of market space for somebody to do basic like tutorials and that sort of stuff in the VTuber space. And even if I get stuff wrong, or if it's not like the most optimal way of doing things, at least it gives people ideas, and maybe I'll be able to learn something like myself. Like somebody, like first comment comes in and is like, "You're dumb for doing it like this." Like the Linus tech. Maybe let's not compare me to Linus too soon. Fem Eggy model redeem when I get more money and I can afford to pay Sensational to make me that. This stream is a banger. Eggy screwdriver release after the Eggy water bottle release. Say no. Listen, no. Maybe we can plan for next year. Oh my god, Kardesh. Thank you for the 10 gifted. Thank you for the 10 gifted. Oh, you hit send. You hit send, and you hit Lee, and you hit a Viking's beard. Nice. Thank you. Do I have it? I don't. I thought I may have already had a Booba asset, but I don't. This Takua's on the front of your model. Listen. Yeah, like there's a few of them that are very, very well done. I thought I may have had one already, but it looks like I don't. It looks like I don't. Egg. The fans want scuff, not for Listen. This belly is the only jiggle you're gonna get. People leave. Fair. I have so many cool like assets that I've never implemented. Like this is Denchi made this one, I believe. Now he went and broke Vile's dream.
Today is fine day in California.
It is.
Choose.
It is. What a good hit. Confirmed. What else do I have? Oh yeah, I have this. Hold up, let me try this. Borger. I think it's a little bit too big. There we go. Oh no, now you can see. Uh, it's so good. There's so many talented artists. So many talented artists that just make so many cool things. You can use this anytime you eat on stream now? Mm-hmm. Yeah, we can do that. We can do that. My hands. There's a heavy metal restaurant that makes amazing burgers by you. Jeez, that sounds great. Didn't see any nails on those hands. Wait, huh? Wait, huh? Oh yeah. You're kind of right, huh? I didn't even notice. That is a little creepy, isn't it? Ha. All right. Now I want a burger. Yeah, right. Me too. It's just a hint of fingernails. Yeah. All right. Well, if there's no other ideas, for like subathon goals, like I said, we've got a full month. So anytime somebody has ideas, throw them in the Discord, or if I'm live, throw them here. I'll add them to the list. But I feel like we've got a good list now. Bring it up again in the near future. I'll bring it up again next Friday. We'll do something like this again. I can't believe I've been live for 3 hours. God, this has been fun. I love just chatting. It's so good. If you don't get through all of them, overshooting is better than undershooting. Yes, absolutely. Record-setting stall. I think so. I think three or 4 hours is probably the most that I've stalled before. Let's see. Yeah, I feel like chatting with y'all is so much fun. Like almost more fun than playing games on stream. You know? It does drain my social battery more than playing games. No time for Star Rail? Too bad. I'm starting it right now. You're gonna go get ice cream for dinner again. Cursed. Why are you like this? Used it all stalling. Well, thankfully, this is 12-hour Fridays, which means we still have 9 hours to go. You have no adult supervision. I don't either, but I don't. Well, I mean, I did eat nachos at 3 a.m. last night, so I'm not really one to cast the first stone. So. All right, give me a sec. I'm gonna set this up. Do this. Do this. Do this. Cause you scared them all off. Oh no! No, come back! Oh God! Hello? Stop. Dang it, I had it good. Why is it twisting? It all depends on like where you pin it. Bruh. Oh well. Oh well. Oh well. Neck bone. All right, let's just get rid of the egg. Let's just get rid of the egg. Egg in the trash. Egg is in the garbage now. Poor egg. All right, so we can do this, and then we can do this. Perfect. If you hate it, it's not for you. God past me is... I just have such a way with words. Oh. All right, what do we have? What do we have? Destroy 3 objects. Easy, easy. Why is this 200? Why is this 200? Okay, so now, Star Rail time. We're going to